and asked each of them what posse comitatus was and how they felt about critics who said that this was a violation of that. And not one of them could tell me what posse comitatus was. One guy claimed to know, okay? And I said to him, okay, well, tell me what it is. You'd be the first person in military uniform to tell me what posse comitatus is. And then he just got a blank stare on his face like he was dumbfounded. And I said, sir, it's the separation of military and police. And quite frankly, you shouldn't be here. We'll be back after this, taking your calls. Mark, Mike, Jake, and more. We got Luke Rudowski. It's the Infowarrior with Jason Bermas. PrisonPlanet.tv, Infowars.com. All right, folks, we are back. It's the Infowarrior with Jason Bermas. We are joined by Luke Rudowski of wearechange.org. If you can help Luke in any way with his upcoming trial, he has to go back to Pittsburgh on Wednesday. The trip alone will probably cost him a couple $100. That's not including any kind of lawyer fees or representation or trying to fight this. You can go to wearechange.org, send them an email, send them your support. We already had somebody send us some information we're going to hook Luke up with afterwards. It's very important that we fight this tyranny in every way, shape, and form we possibly can, Luke.
It definitely is. I mean, we can't allow this to happen under our noses. We have to countersue. We did nothing wrong. We have the truth, and most importantly, we have the evidence with those video cameras to prove the wrongdoing on the part of the National Guard, on the Pittsburgh Police Department. I mean, it's just insane what's happening in our country right now, and unless we make a stand, you know, we're going to continue to see this happening in our world, and we got to stop this where it starts.
You know, the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and if the guys out there print up the article for me, it's over at the Infowarrior.com, and on the initial article where I say that Rob Dew has been detained, or even worse, I put a link to the one story where they said, hey, the police were out of control. This wasn't necessary. They attacked. They actually mentioned you. I don't know if they mentioned you by name, but they said somebody was talking about 9/11 conspiracies with a bullhorn. Look, it's not a conspiracy that the government lied to us about 9/11, that the media helped cover up what actually happened on 9/11, that the 9/11 Commission was set up to fail, that this is an international intelligence operation that included Saudi Arabia, Israel, Pakistan, and the shadow government here at home. That's the reality. That's the uncomfortable truth that has brought us two unimaginable wars and a police state at home in the past 8 years that nobody seems to care about, that nobody seems to step up and say, we're done, we're over, we can't have this anymore. Nobody except for people like Luke Rudowski, Alex Jones, Cindy Sheehan. We need more, Luke. We need more people to step up to the plate and try to knock it out of the park.
We sure do. And just today, I just left a rally for NYC CAN. They were rallying with hundreds of people, victims' family members, Daniel Sunjata. We just had a huge rally in New York City for those 80,000 petitions that New Yorkers signed for a new investigation of 9/11. I just left that right now. I got home last night, 4 o'clock in the morning, after taking care of everything. But the fight is within us, and we can do anything we want. You know, the only thing stopping us is us. And we have to believe in ourselves and use our hearts and minds to its fullest potential, because this is what life is really about. It's about fixing the wrongs and helping other people out. And we need to understand we have to change the tide of history right now. History is going down in the wrong path, and we have to make sure we correct that.
I absolutely agree. Let's take some more calls. Mark in Georgia. Mark, you're on the line. Yes, sir. Mark. Once, twice. Mike in Utah. Mike, you're on the line.
Hey, it's really a pleasure and an honor to talk to both of you, and I just want to thank you both for what you did in Pittsburgh, and thank Alex and Rob Dew for his sacrifices for this as well. I am a person who has been involved in political life for many, many years. I was actually part of Ron Paul's campaign in 1988.
Awesome.
And did a lot of work with that campaign. I just want to drive home the point to both of you that, you know, I'm going to talk a little bit about a comment that, I guess, a little bit of dialogue between Ron Paul and Alex earlier today. When Ron Paul left the question of audit the Fed and talked about what was happening to some of the people at the event, you know, about all we got out of Ron. I'm not putting down Ron, because Ron is a fantastic guy when it comes to the work he's doing in Congress. Mm-hmm. But all he could muster as a comment was, yeah, that's pretty bad. And that was the entire conversation between Ron and Alex about all of the travesties that occurred over the weekend, the last several days in Pittsburgh. And, you know, I'm part of Campaign for Liberty. and I've been to their trainings, and I'm excited about where I think that organization can go. But one of the lapses that I see in so many organizations across the country is that when something happens to a person like Luke, this kind of thing happens, everybody's kind of attitude is, well, you know something, we're all working for positive change. Your little problem with the authorities is not something we're going to get in the middle of. Good luck dealing with that all by yourself. Good luck carrying the crushing weight of the legal station. You know, I experienced it myself. I was put in jail in Utah for 5 days by Republican authorities here.
Well, Mike, that's why people like yourself and other individuals out there that may have not stepped up to the plate for one issue or another need to step up for this one. And, you know, if we can support each other on these little, quote-unquote, small things, which aren't small, they have huge repercussions like this police brutality, this militarized riot gear out there, then we can still have victory. I understand your frustrations, but I still think we can move forward. I thank you for the call.